So, Helen, what do you think about number 1? Strongly agree. Why do you think so?
I think must protect yourself.
Getting injured?
Yes.
Good. Yeah, because cars aren't always very cautious of bikers, right? People on their bikes. So helmets are a good idea. Okay. Does anybody disagree with that? No, it seems like a pretty smart move, huh? All right. Okay. Tuba, what do you think about number 3? People ought to be required to end parties at midnight?
Strongly agree.
Strongly agree?
Yes.
Why is that?
I don't have.
You don't have parties? Yeah.
And I don't like any parties in midnight. Whole night it's okay, but midnight
Too late?
yes, too late. People tries to go to sleep.
Right. And it's too loud.
Yes, too loud.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that way. My neighborhood's pretty good about it. I don't live by all the college parties as much, but I did once, and I always wished the parties ended earlier. It was loud. I'm trying to sleep.
Yes.
All right, so now we're going to talk about how these things are formed, how these recommendations and opinions are formed. Do you guys see anything here in these sentences that looks to be similar in each of them? That might give you an idea of what makes it a recommendation?
Has got to be and has to be same.
Right. Yes. And then, do you see anything else in the other sentences that's similar to that?
Has got to and has to. Has got to.
Yeah. They mean the same thing.
Listen.
Yes. Those mean the same thing. Do we see anything in the other sentences?
1, 2, 3 is they are recommendations, and 4 and 5 sentences is you have to. It's necessary.
Good. Okay. So has got to and mustn't.
Yes.
Those means that means it's absolutely necessary.
Yes.
Okay. What forms do you think are being used here? What do you see that's similar in those forms? Those two are similar because they're absolutely necessary. But do you notice anything that's in all of them?
Similar.
Yeah.
Should and ought to.
Should and ought to, yes, those are similar.
And another group has got to and must be. A lot of them.
And
It has passive sentence.
Right, okay, good, yeah. So what all of these are doing is they're using those words you're pointing out, like should and ought,
Yeah.
and has to and mustn't, and those are all modals, right? We've talked about modals before. And they use the passive. They all have that modal and then be, and then the passive form, right? So the past participle there, which makes the passive. Good. So everybody remembers that, right? Got the modal plus be
Plus past participle.
plus past participle, which makes the passive. Helen and Johnny. Who wants to be for and who wants to be against? Do you have a preference? Imposing strict dress codes for students? Which side do you want to argue? Do you want to argue that it's a good idea or do you want to argue that it's a bad idea?
I think it's a good idea.
Okay, so then Helen gets to be against it. She spoke up first, so.
Yeah, I think that's not this bad idea.
Oh, well, good. Then this will be a good debate. Well, all right. So let's have Helen start us off. Why do you think it's a bad idea?
I think this should be used for young student.
Young student,
Yeah.
but not older.
But not all students.
Okay, Jiang Yu, do you have something to say for it? To try to argue back to her?
is a bad idea because don't it shouldn't use should use the young student. No,
So there should be a dress code for younger students, but not older students.
yeah.
That's what she thinks. So what do you think for dress codes for everyone? Do you have an argument for that?
Yes, I think all students have to focus on their study.
And not their style?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a response to that? Or did you only have one reason there? You could maybe come up with one on the spot.
I don't agree.
You agree she changed your mind?
No, I mean I don't agree. She last reason.
You agree with her last reason?
Yeah.
They should focus. Okay. But do you think that having a dress code is the only way to get them to focus on their studies? Do you think maybe letting them express themselves could be a good way to get them to focus more?
Yeah.
They should be allowed to express themselves in their clothes?
Yes.
Something like that? Yeah, your arguments were good, guys. That was good. You used the forums well. Well, that's all I have planned for you guys today. So, just try to remember those forums next time you're giving your opinion or recommending something to somebody.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a great weekend, you guys. Or week.
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 See you.
The head of this